Welcome back to Next Bike World. Today, we're diving deep into something that's shaking the cruiser world and the long-awaited return of a legend. After years of silence, Harley-Davidson has finally revived one of its most distinctive bikes ever at the 2026 Harley-Davidson Crossbones. This is not just another retro-styled motorcycle. It's a full-blown statement from Harley saying, "We're back to our roots, but stronger, faster, and smarter." So, buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride through history, innovation, and pure attitude on two wheels. The Crossbones first appeared back in 2008, and instantly stood out from every other Harley in the lineup. Its sinister bobber styling, Springer front suspension, and old-school vibe made it a cult favorite. But it was also rough around the edges, heavy, raw, and intimidating to some riders. Now, in 2026, Harley has brought the Crossbones back, blending that rebellious soul with modern performance and technology. It's the perfect mix of nostalgia and evolution. Underneath that dark, muscular skin lies a powerhouse, Harley's Milwaukee-Eight 117 engine, the same one that powers some of their most aggressive softail and touring models. This beast churns out around 125 horsepower and 123 pounds-feet of torque, giving it that signature Harley punch from the moment you twist the throttle. The throttle response is immediate, the torque delivery is brutal, and the engine note, oh man, that deep, mechanical rumble that shakes your chest is pure American thunder. Harley's engineers have fine-tuned the fuel injection and engine mapping to make it smoother and more responsive than ever, especially in city traffic or long highway stretches. Power is sent through a 6-speed cruise drive transmission, delivering solid, refined shifts that make cruising effortless. In lower gears, the Crossbones launches with authority, while at higher speeds it relaxes into a comfortable, low-rev hum. With Harley's latest vibration isolation and refined engine mounts, it feels smoother than older big twin Harleys without losing that signature feel every fan loves. Now, let's talk about that front end. Now, the legendary Springer suspension. The original Crossbones had it as a throwback to the 1940s, but it was always more for looks than comfort. This time, Harley has re-engineered the entire setup. The 2026 model features a modernized Springer design with improved damping, better fork geometry, and hidden shock support for increased stability. It still looks vintage, but it rides like a modern cruiser. You get the same raw aesthetic as those exposed springs and chrome arms, but with modern precision and far better road manners. At the rear, Harley keeps things clean with a hidden monoshock setup that mimics a hardtail design while delivering real-world comfort. The low seat height, wide handlebars, and forward-set foot controls create a commanding, laid-back stance that screams confidence. It's one of those bikes that you sit on and instantly feel like you're in control of something serious. In terms of braking, Harley hasn't compromised either. Dual front discs and a single rear disc with cornering enhanced ABS provide sharp, confident stopping power. Traction control and ride modes are now standard, giving riders multiple performance maps like grain, road, and sport. These electronic aids might sound modern, but they don't interfere with the raw, mechanical experience. They just make it safer and more adaptable. Let's move to the design, because this bike's presence is what makes people turn their heads before you even start it. The 2026 Crossbones takes inspiration from classic bobbers but with a futuristic touch. The fenders are short and tight, the tank is muscular with vintage Harley striping, and the overall stance is low and aggressive. Blacked-out components dominate engine covers, exhaust, frame, and even the wheels. Chrome is used sparingly, mostly to highlight key parts like the Springer arms and the exhaust tips. It's dark, moody, and dripping with attitude. One of the standout elements is the new LED headlamp tucked inside a retro-style housing, giving it a perfect blend of modern lighting performance with vintage charm. The rear features a minimal LED strip integrated cleanly into the fender, keeping that stripped-down, no-nonsense look. The handlebars are wide and slightly pulled back, offering great control while maintaining that outlaw silhouette the Crossbones is known for. The seat deserves a mention too. It's a solo saddle, hand-stitched leather with deep padding, sitting just above the frame rails. It's designed for comfort without losing that classic bobber look. Harley will offer an optional pillion setup and backrest, but trust me, this bike looks best solo. Now, About the tech side, while Harley keeps the soul old school, the tech is modern through and through. You get a round digital TFT display cleverly styled to look analog, displaying your speed, RPM, fuel, range, and gear position. There's Bluetooth connectivity, allowing you to pair your phone for navigation and music, though Harley keeps the interface simple to maintain the bike's raw vibe. Keyless ignition, proximity security, and even hill hold assist come standard. Optional upgrades include adaptive LED cornering lights, heated grips, and a small accessory windscreen for touring riders. Performance-wise, the 2026 Crossbones is more than just a look array, it's built to ride. The re-engineered frame is lighter yet stronger, cutting nearly 15 kilograms from the older platform. This not only improves agility but also makes the Crossbones surprisingly manageable at low speeds. Despite its intimidating size, it's well balanced, and that torque-rich engine helps you glide effortlessly through traffic or carve open highways with ease. At highway speeds, the Crossbones feels composed, with minimal vibrations and stable steering. The new suspension tuning means you can cruise all day at 120 km/h without feeling beat up. Of course, wind protection is minimal as this is a bobber, not a bagger, but the experience is pure and unfiltered, just as Harley intended. Fuel economy isn't its strongest point, but who cares? You're buying this for emotion, not efficiency. Expect around 20 to 23 km/L, depending on how heavy your throttle hand is. With the 15.5-liter tank, that's roughly 300 kilometers of range, decent for long weekend rides or daily commutes. Now let's talk price. Harley hasn't officially confirmed it yet, but industry insiders expect the 2026 Crossbones to start at around $23,995 in the US for the base model, going up to around $27,000 for special color options and upgraded trim packages. In other markets, especially Europe and Asia, expect the final price to be higher due to import duties. It's not cheap, but then again, Harley never sells just motorcycles, they sell emotion, history, and identity. So who is this bike for? It's for riders who want something bold, raw, and dripping with personality. Someone who wants a Harley that looks straight out of a post-war garage but rides like a 21st century machine. It's for people who believe motorcycles should make a statement before they even start. The Crossbones isn't about chasing top speed or lap times, it's about presence, attitude, and character. In a world filled with overly polished, tech-heavy bikes, the 2026 Crossbones is refreshingly pure. It's mechanical, emotional, and rebellious, everything a Harley should be. The Springer front end makes it instantly recognizable, while the modern electronics and engine refinement make it usable today. It's not perfect, it's heavy, expensive, and not for everyone, but for the right rider, it's a dream come true. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Harley-Davidson Crossbones isn't just a motorcycle, it's a bridge between eras. It respects the past while embracing the future. It's the kind of bike that turns every ride into a show and every parking stop into a crowd magnet. Harley has managed to revive a legend without losing its essence, and that alone deserves respect. And that wraps up today's deep dive on the 2026 Harley-Davidson Crossbones. What do you think? Did Harley nail this revival, or should they have left it in the past? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss the latest from Next Bike World. Until next time, ride safe, stay bold, and keep the throttle twisted.